Welcome to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce, and today I have an amazing guest. I have Mr. Michael McGovern. He is the author of the novel that's right now you can find it on Amazon. It is called The Blood Ending. Michael, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How do we look together? Me and my best.
Yes, it looks great. I'm actually halfway through your novel right now. It's an amazing read.
Thanks.
Amazing read. So tell everybody a little bit about Blood Ending.
Well, it actually started as a series of three plays, a trilogy that had written almost 20 years ago. I had a small theater, the Edgar Allan Poe Theater, and I wanted to do something, you know, with vampires and in that genre. So we got two plays done, and then things happened, and the theater folded, and so I had these three scripts and all these notes and background notes and historical notes and this and that sitting in my file drawer for quite a few years. And then one day I pulled them out and I looked at them and I thought, my God, I've done all this writing, on all
Hmm?
these characters. So I thought, well, let's see. So I jettisoned all the Dracula stuff because I didn't want to play with Bram Stoker's characters, even though I did in the play. But for a novel, I wanted to, So, and even though my vampire Anton Sabranescu has three accomplices, they're not referred to as like brides or, it's his trinity that he derives power from. And I just started writing away. It took a couple more years because, I had a day job and things happen and,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And got it done, started shopping it around to agents and publishers and getting, constant rejection slips and, stuff like that. And, you know, some of the stuff I looked at and went, okay, I could see where they're coming from. I understand why they feel this way about it. Some I disagreed with, of course, but I tinkered with it based on what I thought was legitimate, you know, criticism of the novel. Sent it back out again, and then Black Rose Writing got in touch with me. Their acquisitions editor got in touch with me, and the next thing I knew, I had a contract, and less than a year, the book was published.
Wow.
Wow.
Easy as that, but that's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. As easy as that.
So, what was some of your inspiration for the story?
Well, like I said, some of it was Bram Stoker's Dracula. A lot of it came from. Are you familiar with Hammer films, Hammer horror films?
Hmm.
They're Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee on it. I'm obsessed with those movies. I grew up watching them. I know a lot about them. I followed, I have like at least a dozen or more, Blu-rays. So that was a big influence. In fact, I even in the acknowledgments at the beginning of this novel, I say, look, you're gonna, you know, have some Hammer horror. You're gonna see if you're familiar with them, you're gonna see where the influence comes from.
I definitely saw some influence. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and people love it. I've had no one has said anything bad about the fact that I, reference. I mean, I don't use characters, but it's the general feel of it. The Carpathian Mountains and all that's great stuff.
So, what would you say for a new writer who they're putting a novel together? The next step is to get published. What was something that you learned, a piece of advice that you would give them?
I guess just being relentless. I mean, I went through periods where I didn't send it out. And I thought, I'm done with this. I'm not going to do this anymore. And then, you know, it kind of crawls into your head again to take a look at it and go, you know what, this isn't that bad after all, and send it back out again. And but you know, there's really no. I mean, I break a lot of writers' rules. I mean, I don't write every day. I don't have a specific word count. I don't have a specific page count. I write when it comes to me. You know, when I like with the one I'm working on now, I sometimes go a week or two without doing any writing. Then all of a sudden, that boom, 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 I'm writing for, you know, for hours and hours. So I wouldn't recommend that any aspiring writer pay attention to anything that, you know, as far as you should write this much. You should write what you write when you write, and
when it feels right.
yeah, and then when it's ready to go, send it out. That's the hard part is, you know, again, you get a lot of rejection and you get a lot of, you know, critique, and you just have to steel yourself and know this is going to happen and just keep sending it out. That's what I did.
So in your personal life as a reader, are you an old school hard copy, paper copy, or do you go the digital route?
I do both.
Both?
I do Kindle and I do paperback. In fact, you know, Blood Ending is the same way. You could get it on Amazon or Goodreads as a Kindle or a paperback. And I think, you know, I remember when Kindle first started, and I thought, oh my God, you know, this is horrible. You know, what are they doing to literature? But then I tried it, and you know, sometimes a lot of times it's great because you just have the Kindle, you open it, and you just hit the button, and you know,
And it
sometimes,
bookmarks it for you and everything.
yeah, you know, so yeah, both work for me.
Now, have you? I don't know if you're able to track your book sales. Have you noticed more digital, or has it been more paper copy, or is it pretty much even?
Oh, it's been more digital.
Or digital
Mhm.
by a significant amount, you would say?
Enough. I mean, I can't remember the exact, but I would say it's definitely, you know, it's more towards the digital than the now there. I mean, and there are like when I like my book launch and when I do readings or go to stores and do an in person, a lot of people love getting the the paperback because then I can autograph it or write a little note to them, and that still has an appeal to a lot of people. I mean, I like it. I have a couple, you know, from local writers that I picked up and had them autograph. There's just I don't know. There's just something about that makes the book, you know, more special, and people just like, you know, seeing your name, seeing their name, you know, to
Yeah.
Travis, hey, you know, glad you like the book, you know, or hope you like the book. Um, so, you know, it definitely, they both have their advantages, you know, Kindle and paperback. I embrace them both.
So I'm definitely a digital guy when I'm flying or
Hmm.
I'm traveling, but I like a good paper. Like before I go to sleep and I'm
Hmm.
reading a book in bed, I do like to hold that nice paperback,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
there's something about it that's nice.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
you actually mentioned you have a future project. Tell us about that.
I'm working on, it's called Within These Tainted Walls, and it's a ghost story.
Oh, I
Um,
love those stories.
yeah, ghost story, and it's a ghost story that goes where everything goes wrong. But it's not a comedy. I mean, it's not, you know, uh, a curse is put on this family, the Weatherly family, by a servant back in the 40s who was, you know, things happen, and I don't give too much, but
Yeah.
you know, things don't work out, and she's not. and her son. They're not ghosts that have been around for like hundreds of years, They're new. They've only been, haunting the house when the story starts a couple of months. I mean, they're still not sure what they're doing, how they do it, and they make mistakes, and the mistakes have horrible, horrible consequences, not only for the family, but for them as well. And by the end of the story, it's like, hopefully, people will be quite unnerved by what happens with these characters. I'm almost done. Almost done.
I was going to say, are you still in the
Yeah, I'm
rapid?
in the well, first draft, and I'm almost in like this close to, maybe by the weekend I might even have it finished, and then I'll start the rewriting process, and I'll have my wife, who's a very good editor. She read the last book for me. I take her notes, then I'll farm it out to some alpha readers, some people who I think would be good to read it, get their input, sit back down, go through it all over again, and then submit it to Black Rose Writing, and hopefully they'll publish that as well.
Now, as a writer, when it comes to rewrites, how often do you make a lot of drastic changes to your work, or is it little small pieces?
Both,
Both.
literally. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'll cut out a whole section. But I would say, though, for the most part, it is little cuts, little rewrite. Because sometimes you get to the end of the writing, and you go back and go, oh, wait a second, that character never said that, or wait, what happened to this character? I never resolved that part of the story. No, that kind of thing. Yeah, but I've cut out, a scene here and a scene here, but a lot of it is trimming, coloring, expanding, uh, removing, the word that from from. There are a lot of words like, quickly is fine. It doesn't have to be very quickly. It doesn't, those kind of words, that, very, things like that. I'll go through it, and I got the computer has an editor, and I'll go into there and it'll point out words that have been repeated, or, yeah, I drive the editing software crazy, though, because my characters' names are so unusual. It's like,
And you're probably getting red marks every 2 seconds. 2 seconds, yeah.
yeah, like in Blood Ending, there's a character. Her name is Claremont. Don't you mean Claire? No, I mean Claire. Don't
Yeah,
question me. Stuff like that.
that's amazing. Now, everyone, we can find your novel. You can find it on Amazon
It's
and
on
where else?
Goodreads, and actually, the Black Rose Writing, their website, blackrosewriting.com, Amazon, and Goodreads.
Okay.
I
And
might
Michael,
be in Barnes and Noble too.
oh, Barnes and Nobles too. Okay, I was about to ask because I do like going to Barnes and Noble. They actually opened one near I live, and I've been
Oh, I
meaning to
mean
go.
barnesandnobles.com.
Oh,
I
okay, not
I
in the actual store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten into any bookstores yet. I'm still working on that.
Okay. Any book signings coming up?
I am going to be, this is August, next month, the Festival of Books in the Alleghenies. It's a big festival, like 50 authors. I submitted my book, and they invited me to go up. It's up at Ebensburg, Pennsylvania. It looks great. There's a lot of the authors who are there have done it before, so that's a good sign. That means, if people are returning, that means it's going well. And the book came out this past, last November, so I missed the Halloween season. So to make up for it, Halloween weekend, I'm doing another. Well, not. I'm doing an anniversary party, even though it's what came out in November. It's a Halloween weekend at a local theater. I'm going to do a reading and book signing and have a little wine and cheese Halloween party and to celebrate the book. And I'm looking forward to that.
That's amazing. Now, how can everybody find you? Are you on social media?
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
My name in it. You type in Michael McGovern or Michael McGovern writer, and I also have a writer's Facebook page as well. So that's two ways you can get to me on Facebook.
Well, Michael, I appreciate you coming on. Once again, I can't wait to finish your book. I'm halfway through.
Great.
And I'm looking forward to your next project as well. Everyone, please check out The Blood Ending. You can find it on Amazon, Goodreads, Barnes & Noble.
One more time.
Yes, if you like Dracula, vampires, horror, this is an amazing read. Definitely check it out.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for coming to the Horror Room. I'm Travis Bruce. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.